Welcome back to Orange County's Real Estate Hot 30. I'm Lina Fayyad, and next to me on the screen is...
Hi, I'm McDonald.
Welcome back, guys. It's definitely been some time since we've talked to all of you. I've definitely missed you all. So with the coronavirus and everything going on, we just wanted to hop back in and just update everyone what's been going on, what we've been dealing with, experiencing, and so yeah, today we're going to update everybody on what the next 6 months of 2020 hopefully will look like. We're trying to stay as positive as we can. And, as realtors, personally, I feel we've already kind of hit rock bottom or maybe the worst part. And Holly, you can definitely correct me if you feel otherwise. But I think we're starting to mend slowly but surely. And, we've been busy. I hope, I'm sure the pandemic is still playing different roles in different markets, but we've been lucky, I would say. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I would agree that certainly, I would say rock bottom was probably late March, early April, when there was just a lot of people afraid of what the market was going to do and what the banks were going to do and lenders and the economy. And certainly things definitely have taken a turn since we've gotten more into the later part of the spring and early summer. I think some of the factors that we're seeing in the market right now that are really having a positive impact on real estate, which I think surprises a lot of people, but the real estate market in Orange County is strong right now. We see there's extremely low number of homes for sale compared to the most recent years. This is record lows since 2013 for the amount of active inventory. And as a result, because we've had less homes on the market, but high demand from buyers due to the fact that interest rates are also at very low points, it's kept the market moving along. It's actually, believe it or not, a seller's market, which I know a lot of buyers don't want to hear, but the facts are the facts. And, right now, the homes are typically selling. They're selling for good prices. They're not taking huge price hits. There are certainly outliers. There always are. There are going to be homes that take longer to sell or maybe not priced correctly. But at the end of the day, if you look at how quickly homes are selling overall compared to recent years and, other timeframes, it's actually a very strong market.
I like that. I like to hear that, especially that way, my buyers the people who were waiting are not waiting no longer. So I just feel like, I know unemployment plays a big part. And, I was reading that unemployment in California kind of went up a little bit, of course, with the pandemic and everything. But like you said, it's pretty strong. I'm still getting Redfin requests right and left. And I think many people are still willing to view homes and risk whatever this pandemic brings or COVID. Of course, all the rules apply, masks, gloves, sanitizer, all that, but everyone's willing, or I don't want to say everyone, the people I'm dealing with are willing to risk that for the right home.
Yeah, I think it's important for sellers and buyers to recognize that right now there is low inventory. There are buyers for most of these homes. The hope that a seller might have of having a bidding war should be cautious, I would say, because the fact is there are a good number of buyers out there, but there are going to be less than there might normally be in the spring market. Some people have had economic hardships or challenges with qualifying due to their job or the way the economy has hit their particular market. COVID has struck everybody in one form or fashion, and so there may have been more buyers that could have qualified last year or, even in March pre-COVID, but COVID has had an impact. It does affect how people are qualified. And so I have had to talk to my clients that were qualified 6 months ago and remind them that they need to have their lender look things over one more time now, because 6 months ago is, might as well be 6 years ago with everything that's gone on this year. I know it's hard to keep track of one day to the next right now, but honestly, a lot has changed in the world of financing. But if you get your lender everything that they need to review it, they can certainly figure out what situation is going to work best for you. But my point really is that if you're a seller, maybe last year, if you were priced at a bidding war price, you might have gotten 10 offers in one weekend. This year, you might get one or two, but you're ideally getting it with solid buyers who have already like readjusted their financial situation, have been verified by their lender, and they really want the house. So they're a solid buyer. You just have to realize that we're in a different boat right now than we were a year ago or 2 years ago. It's a very weird, strange time, but there are a lot of benefits
to it. No, and I think interest rates have been attractive as well. You're right. But I think this pandemic also weaned out the serious buyers from the non-serious buyers and made those buyers kind of reevaluate, when should we buy, and are we able to buy now or in 6 months from now? I just feel like everything kind of pushed forward 3 months since we stopped in March. So yes, we're in the spring market, but we're still picking up from the past 3 months. So I'm hoping and maybe assuming the next 3 months are going to be extremely hot after spring,
Yeah, I mean, interestingly, in Southern California, it typically isn't very busy in the summer months because people are distracted. They're enjoying their time off and they're traveling. And this year, everything is so different. Time off is not the same as we normally would have pictured it. People may not be able to travel as freely as they would because they might have concerns about flying or staying in hotels or whatever their situation might be. So, honestly, people are out there more now than they were in the spring. And, at the beginning of all of this, people were more cautious about leaving their homes. We were under a stay-at-home order. People were more cautious about entering other properties and very scared about what the market was going to do. But at the end of the day, the market did prevail. And I think now people are at a point where we are leaving our homes more. And if their goal was to secure a new property or take advantage of an interest rate and get more space, it's really funny. Maybe funny is not the right word, but I think there are some new trends that are emerging because of COVID that I'm seeing with a lot of my buyers and sellers right now. For example, outdoor spaces are huge right now, and pools are huge, and home offices are huge because everybody's now in that mindset of what if this were to happen again? Or what if my job decides we're not going to go back to the office? I'm going to need that dedicated space, or I'm going to need that outdoor space to do my own entertaining because everything's closed. These are things that maybe weren't as appealing in some regards to certain buyers. Some buyers didn't want much yard space because they didn't want the maintenance. And, there's all sorts of different things, or people didn't want the pool. They didn't want the hassle. But then we go through a major shift like this, and all of a sudden these things are so much more attractive. And I understand that the landscaping and outdoor development space type companies are booming right now. Like literally their stocks are like going through the roof because that's what that's what their current need is. And they didn't know they needed it until this happened.
Plus, I mean, let's say you have a mortgage for 30 years. Who knows if another pandemic will happen in 10, 20. So it's like, you're right. The needs are changing, for people. So that's exciting to watch. Great idea.
I think it'll be funny to watch how that shifts as, we're obviously going to get past this, will it be by next spring?
Fingers crossed.
Will it be next spring, or will it be like a little bit further down the road? Who knows? But I joke that, all of those homes that don't have the big backyards right now that aren't selling because people want the yard space, in 5 years, all the people with yards are going to say, screw it, I don't want the yard anymore. It's too much work. Like a slave to my yard on the weekend. So, there is a piece of property for everybody. And if you're reacting to the times, obviously you buy your home to live in it and enjoy it and make sure it fits your needs now. But if you're just trying to chase something because you think that's what everybody wants, maybe that's not really the case. Maybe in 5 years, you're going to have what everybody else wants. So, it's just interesting to see what things actually matter.
Will pan out. It's best to stay positive, and if anybody out there needs any help with home searching and just seeing what's out there, I think you'll be excited to just see the inventory. There's so many different homes that are popping up. I'm just like, whoa. So let's get you guys out there approved or just ready to buy, and hopefully we find you the right home. Like you said, there's a home for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's really important to remind people, just like with regards to what you were saying, that if you are looking for a home, you really do need to connect with a lender because the rules and the guidelines have changed so dramatically over the last few months. And, the lenders are they're very specialized in what they do and what the terms of the banks are that are going to loan you the money. They really, they're the ones that are kind of in control there. They're the ones that are able to provide you with that money. So you really do need to let them evaluate your situation so that you know what you can actually qualify for. So you're able to have a good expectation of what to look for. You don't want to, while it's always great to have big dreams and big goals, you don't want to necessarily look at homes that you can't get today in this current market. You want to know exactly what you qualify for so you can go after that.
Absolutely. Well, you guys heard it right here at Orange County's Real Estate Hot 30. I'm Lina Fayyad. Thank you for joining. And next to me is
Holly McDonald. And if you have any questions about what's going on in the market and how the crazy trends are shifting, we have some excellent material we can share with you. We can certainly keep you in the loop with some updates so you can track the market in real time and see what's going on, because it's really astounding how the market is responding given what the whole world has just gone through.
I agree with you. And if you guys have any other topics you'd like us to talk about, please write them down in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinions and what questions you have. Again, call, text, email us. Our information is right below. See you next week at Orange County's Real Estate Hot 30. I'm Lina Fayyad. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.